Hi everyone, welcome to today's reading. Today we are looking at what is your reputation? But before we get started, I just want to make a quick announcement. I am giving away a free reading, a free private reading, personal reading, whatever you want to call it. All you got to do is enter 3 diamond emojis down in the comments section on 3 different videos. And then as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I will make an announcement. All right, so I got 3 options for you to choose from. I switched up the layout today. Tell me how you feel about it. I don't know why I did it. I'm kind of into it though. Let me know what you think. We got pile 1, option 1. You can choose from the deck. The object, this is a 4-leaf clover. And then we got pile number 2. We got Lumpy Space Princess, looking fabulous. And then we got this deck here. Or you got option number 3 here, this deck, or this fancy unicorn. Pause if you need some more time. You can also choose from any of the pictures earlier on in the video. Timestamps are down below in the description box, and I will see you guys in your pile. All right, group 1. So before I get started, I just want to remind you guys that this is a reading about how others, see you. So this is, your reputation, which may or may not be accurate. I mean, people's perception of you might not be it might not be who you really are, is what I'm trying to say. So please do not get offended. This is just for funsies, okay? Nothing, in a tarot reading should be world ending, right? It's just, information. We can take it or leave it. Don't get mad at me. And I just want to give y'all like a quick reminder, like whatever energy you put out into the universe, you get back sevenfold. So it takes nothing to be nice to somebody. All right, moving on. So you got the animal. Networker enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Hunt, volcano, freedom, enjoy, the Hierophant, the Five of Cups, the Star, strength, temperance, and the Seven of Ox or the Seven of Swords in this deck. Um, I'm giggling just a little bit. Um, one. Please don't be offended when I say this, and it's not even in a bad way, honestly. And like honestly, I think this might be my pile too. So, but with animal, with animal, like honestly, and like enjoy freedom. People see you as a little bit of an animal, and it goes different ways for different people. So, for some of you, it can be like maybe people see you as a bit of a party animal. For all of you here, you're definitely somebody that likes to have fun and likes to have a good time, and you're not afraid to dive into your primal instincts and your primal urges because overall you do have a very good control over it. I feel you got this panther here too. I think that's a panther. I don't know. um you know how to channel it is what it is. So I feel like for you, group 1 is like in your like work life, in your day-to-day life, you're very refined, you're very controlled, you're very reserved, and you're like you give up this image that like you're perfect, and it's not an image that you try to give out. It's just that like, you know all your ducks are in a row, and you're good at what you do. You're a hard worker, you don't really make mistakes or anything, and you're a kind person. But there's something with how you look, with your eyes specifically, for a lot of you, that people look at you and they see you and they're just like, yo, Palwan is a freak. Like, or maybe not that, but like they're like they know that there's something underneath the surface, that there's a lot more to what they can see. And that's for people that don't really know you that well. And then for the people that do know you that well, or know you well, do see and understand who you are, and they know that you are a free spirit, that you like to enjoy life, you believe that we were here to, have a good time. We're not here for a long time necessarily, so we need to have fun while we can. So that being said, for others of you, it's not just about partying and having a good time, or, you know, animalistic urges or what have you. It's also about going after what you want in life. So you have a very direct sense of purpose. Like when you have your eye on something, you go straight for it and you don't see anything there. It's like there is no other option for you other than to get what it is that you're going after. So it's like, even though you like to enjoy life, you like to have fun, there's this dichotomy about you where you also take your life very, very seriously, and you take your goals seriously, and you are going to achieve what it is that you seek to achieve, because you're not going to accept anything other than that. And people see that about you. It's like for a lot of you too, you have a very good control, I think, over your um any anger or anything that might upset you. You're not the type of person that would just explode into a volcano, and let your emotions erupt. Like I said, you're capable of channeling that. It's not that that never comes out, because you do let that out. It's just you understand that there's a time and a place for everything, and holding it in and going against the way that God, universe created you is not going to help you. We are at a cellular level. Um, there are things within us that were given from, God, the universe, so that we could, as animals, navigate the world. And those are still very much a part of us. And even though through evolution, we've gotten to this point as, you know, the dominant species or whatever, we're still animals at at the very base of who we are, and try as we might, we cannot completely get rid of those things that make us a part of the natural world, and we shouldn't. So you understand that, and like I said, you're just very, very good at channeling that, and you're not afraid with the Hierophant here. I'm getting more like the Hierophant in reverse. You're not afraid to, you know, march to the beat of your own drum. You are here to live an unconventional life, and you don't know anything but that. And with the Five of Cups, it's like, if you tried to do what everybody else was doing, or if you tried to even just take other people's advice, I feel like you are very independent. You very much rely on yourself. Like, I'm getting like lone wolf vibes here with this. And it's not to say that you don't have friends, because I feel like you do very much have friends with the networker here. You're very good with people. You're very good at socializing. You're great at networking. And it's like, all your connections are productive. They add value to your life. They multiply, they amplify you, which is amazing. um, but you are not quick to take advice from other people, because you understand that not everybody's ways are meant for everybody, and you're so unique, and you have such this individualistic way of seeing things and understanding the world that if you tried to take other people's advice for anything for any reason, it would just throw you off your path. Like you wouldn't it wouldn't work for you. So you understand and you have learned to lean on your own voice. And it's always served you well. And I feel like because of that, like people pick that up with this animal card, like this lone wolf card here. Um, Even though you are friendly, even though you're great with people and socializing and everybody loves you, I feel like people feel that you thrive being alone. And I think, a lot of people have admiration for that. I feel like they wish that they could. A lot of people don't want to be alone with their own thoughts, and it's something that I almost want to use the word envious. It's a weird thing to be envious about. But you are kind of like you're an example to people. You're with the star here, like people really look up to you. That's your reputation. You're somebody to look up to. You've set a great example in this world. And with the strength card here too, like you're a very, very strong individual. Oopsies. You're a very strong person. People know or people can see that you've been through a lot, especially with that look that you have, right? People can see that you've weathered a lot of storms and you've come out stronger because of it. Wow, I just realized 8 8 in numerology 17 reduces to 8, 88. So people will also see that you're like super abundant. Midas touch, yeah, because you got the clover here, or the yeah, four-leaf clover. You have the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns into gold, and I feel like the things you do tend to multiply around you, and I feel like people, even if people aren't sure necessarily about your financial status, like for example, the people at work, when they see you, maybe they don't, how do I put this? They don't necessarily see you or think that you might be a high earner or something, right? But then if they were to see you about town, you got, really nice clothes on and you're going out to nice places and you're doing things with that people don't necessarily have money for or something. It's like there's something about you that doesn't necessarily seem like it's abundant. And I don't mean that in like no disrespect in any type of way, but when people do see you, they see like you have wealth around you. You have luxury around you. You have things around you that people want, that people want access to, that they don't have access to, and it feels like it kind of comes to you very easily. What else I was going to say with the strength card too, you might be very physically strong as well. Shout out to all my bodybuilders, all the athletes. Drop a comment down below, drop a little flex emoji. um, yeah, and again, with the temperance here and the volcano, that's really more of what I was saying. And then the nine of swords, like, you don't let things get to you. And that's not that things don't try you, because things can try you all day long. But you will sit here and you will try to change that. 14 reduces to 5 in numerology, which is all about changes. So when things do plague your mind, when you are riddled with anxiety, you will sit there and you will temper it and you will try to turn it into something that is productive, that is useful, because you know it doesn't make any sense to sit here and um, be upset about things. Like, take that energy and turn it into something productive. Yeah, 5 5, exactly. 5 5 5. um and these look like the same to me. The temperance and the star, the mixing of the water, the going back and forth, and creating a new element. You don't sit around in your sadness. You transmute it into something that works for you. And people want a piece of that magic. And with the enjoy and freedom, again, like people just see you as such a joyful, you love to live life, you love to have fun, you're not afraid to have a good time. Your light kind of like bursts from within you because you just radiate your soul and your essence outward always because you want to live in your truth. You're always in the moment here. I'm getting very much root chakra with the animal and then the red. Um, you're very connected to, yeah, your physical body with the strength card too. And you're very connected to the natural world. And I feel like for a lot of you, the reason why you relate to the natural world in this way is because you spend a lot of time in the upper realms. You spend a lot of time, in the ether, as I like to say. And to balance that out, you exercise, you take part in nature, you really connect to your root chakra and your primal self, right? And that's how you find balance with the temperance here. Awesome. Very nice, Paul. And that is what I have for you today. If this reading resonated, please leave a like, drop a comment down below. Don't forget, if you're interested in winning a personal reading with me, I need a diamond emoji on this video and on 2 other videos. And then as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I'll make an announcement about the winner. I hope you are happy, healthy, and safe. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Wow, okay, group 2. Who even are you? um, so you got the hermit seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. The unseen victim prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Happy family, lucky, slide safely into success. The blank card, ripe fruits, sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. The King of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, justice, and the world. So your reputation, Paul, too. People don't see you. People don't be seeing you with with the hermit and the unseen. Like you do not be out. Okay. But that's not to say that your life is not seen. So I'm feeling like this is my pile for my content creators, my hard workers, my people that are very, very focused on their work, their creative work, whatever that is. It's like y'all just be focused on yourselves and up leveling your life. But at the same time, there's something else about your life that's very visible because the parts of your life that people do see are very magical. They're very full. They're very bright. They're look at like there's rainbows and like magic all over this reading. Um, so people see you or your reputation, group 2, with the hermit and the unseen and the victim. It's like you keep to yourself. You don't really go out too much. And the reason for that is because you are very, very focused on your personal work, your inner work, your work. I mean work. We're sorry. But you have a very rich connection with something that is unseen, whether that is spirit, God, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever it is that you resonate with, or if that is your work. Like I said, people know that you are trying to manifest something huge, something that is only your vision, something that only you can see. Um, the happy family, this is also like the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups can also sometimes speak about fantasies and kind of like imagining your perfect life. And then the same thing here with this blank card. A lot of the time, whenever I get this card, what I see is like this is like a vision board. So like this is your vision board, and you have painted a beautiful picture of what it is that you want your life to be. So you are very, very focused on working on that with the Hermit and your sacred inner space. Um, the same time too, it's not just about, I mean, yeah, it is about that, but with the victim card, a large part of the reason for this isolation is because this magical sacred place from which you birth your ripe fruit and like lucky, people see you as very, very lucky, very, very abundant. The reason why you are so protective of this isolation, I guess you could say, I don't know, there's no other words coming to me right now, is because you need that tender space to feel safe enough to birth these creations forward. There's something, your soul, what I'm getting here with all this pink, this beautiful pink, this pink is my favorite color, by the way. um, but what I'm getting here with it is your soul is very, very pure. It's very, very innocent. It's very, very childlike. And you need to be very protective of that, as you would any child. Um, you know, children can get hurt very, very easily, whether that is physically or emotionally. And, you know, there's a lot of people in this world that would like to take advantage of that, right? So you know that your inner space is very precious, it's very sacred. And if you can do a good job protecting it and nurturing it and keeping people away from you that have, you know, ill intentions toward you, beautiful, beautiful things can be birthed forward with that. There's so much passion, there's so much fire, there's so much creativity within you. And at the same time, it's like there's a layer of fragility. And that's not to say that you're not a strong person, because you are an incredibly strong person. But it's when your soul has to go up against these things that it it just affects your creativity. You can't produce to the magnitude or to the standard that you would want, because you are spending time healing yourself. So in order to prevent that need to turn inward and heal, you just kind of keep to yourself, because people can be very unpredictable and people can be very mean and very selfish, and um, you have such a beautiful, beautiful thing that is coming forward from within you. Um, I almost wanted to say a beautiful thing that you're trying to birth, but I feel like you're already in the process. Like this thing is already taking physical form, and it has been for some time. It's just protecting your space so that you can continue to produce these things. And again, like with your reputation, people see how abundant and fruitful you are, and it's like so amazing to people because they don't see you out, you know, but they see how you're able to enjoy life and the things that you can do, and they're just so amazed. It's like you reap what you sow, and I feel like people see that you've done a lot of hard work. You've really tended to these crops, and now you're coming into the phase where you can reap the rewards. With the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Wands, you are not afraid to stand up and fight for your beliefs and fight for what is right with the Justice card, but it's like you'd rather not have to because doing so takes a lot out of you, right? At the same time, you're also the kind of person that's not going to sit around and allow an injustice to play out in front of you. So if you see something happening to somebody else, you're definitely going to stand up and fight for that person. Whereas I feel like for a lot of you, if something were to happen to you, it's like you it depends on how you feel about it that day, whether or not you're going to stand up and fight for it. Because it's like, yeah, it's messed up, and yeah, people shouldn't be treating you that way, but is it going to be worth me expending my energy on today? You know, is the cost worth it? Because if I sit here and I have to battle with so and so, then I'm going to lose like a week or two worth of work. Um, just trying to deal and heal from those shenanigans, right? You have such a fiery passion with it. You have so many wands, so much pink and red and rainbow and light, and your creation, the things that come forward from you, come from a lot of fire. And when we see like, yeah, like I'm seeing like an inferno, right? So it burns really, really hot and really, really bright and really, really uh ferociously, and then it gets put out, and then you have to like spend time nurturing that again. So I feel like that's how your creativity comes to you. It's not like a candle that's just constantly burning. It's just like it's either off or it's an inferno, and going through those changes can be very, very taxing on your physical body, on your spiritual body, on your emotional body. That's another reason for this isolation. And this is a reading about your reputation, pile two. So that is to say, like, people are really impressed by your work. People are so impressed by the stuff that you put out into this world, and they see, or they try to wrap their head around the amount of passion, fire, creativity that it takes to produce things the way that you do. So when they see your work, they understand why you spend a lot of time alone, why it is that you need to retreat from the world. Like with the Justice card, they think that's a very fair position. They're like, if I don't know how Group 2 does it when they produce all that stuff and they make all these things, like it's so awesome. I don't have the energy or the strength to do half of that. So it makes a lot of sense that they don't come out on, Saturday nights with everybody. Some people see you as very lucky, other people see the things that you have as evidence of your ability to manifest and create the life that you want. This owl is really calling to me. I feel like, yeah, and I like people think that you are very wise, you have a lot of wisdom. I feel like you don't speak a lot, but when you do speak, your words carry a lot of weight. And with this statue, it's like I'm getting like art, beautiful. You you have a way with words as well. The things that you say can be very deep and very beautiful and very striking to people. For those of you who are in a relationship or have a good family or strong friend group with this happy family card, your reputation is that you are like such an awesome member of that group, that family, that whatever it is. Um, People look at your life and they see you as the Ten of Cups, and your family or your friend group, your chosen family, whatever it is that you relate with. And if you don't relate with that, what I'm seeing is like people see your outlook on life as very, very beautiful, and they see you as living that life and living a fulfilled and happy life. Whether or not you you feel the same way, this is people's reputation or your reputation, so how this other people are perceiving you, right? Yeah, and then with the world card, like people just see you as very, very accomplished, very successful. With the lion and the ox here, I'm getting very, very strong, very, very capable, very much a hard worker, like we said earlier with the hermit. I almost feel like with this card in specific, like people are waiting to see what your life amounts to. They want to see the fruits that you get because they want to see you enjoy your life, because they look back at how hard you worked and the things that you have and the things that you've been able to do and achieve and attain along your journey, and they're like, yeah, I remember when pile 2 was, you know living in an apartment with 5 roommates, and they didn't have a car and all this stuff, and now pile 2 has their own house. They have 2 houses, and they just got back on from vacation from Greece for like a month, or whatever. Like, people are really excited to see how your life plays out, and they're using that as inspiration. It's almost like people are fantasizing about how your life is going to play out, because it gives them hope about how their life might play out. They're using you as inspiration, and they're like, if pile 2 can do it, then maybe I can do it too. I feel like this was a short one for you, but that's what I have for you, pal. Too, if this reading resonated with you, please leave a like, drop a comment down below. Remember, if you are interested in winning a free personal reading, to drop a diamond emoji on this video and on 3 other videos, and then as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I will make an announcement about the winner. I hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. All right, pile 3. So you got Avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness, and on the behalf of society or oneself. The Pilgrim, addict, helps you recognize and confront addictive behaviors. Woman holding a coin, hostilities. Manifest, memory. Ace of Cups, King of Cups, awakening. Two of Swords, the Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles. Before we get started, I'm going to draw some clarifying cards on hostilities here. Okay. Okay. Group three. Where do we start? So, with Avenger and Addict here, your reputation, pile three, is that you are very much an Avenger for other people, for yourself. You will not allow an injustice to, just fly by in front of you without you addressing it and without, making sure that the people around you know why something is wrong and why they shouldn't be doing something or, whatever. Um, and then with the added card here, what I'm getting is that that also stands for when people are doing an injustice toward themselves, because oftentimes um, it's not, somebody else that's hurting us the most. It's ourselves and our actions and what we choose to do and what we choose to think. And like, I'm really like seeing this person really pushing back on these waves here. It's like you will not allow somebody's attitude towards life get in the way of what they want, or like you're not the kind of person that if somebody's venting to you about, oh, why is my life like this and why is it like that, and it's like, well, maybe because X, Y, and Z, and this is what you're doing, and instead maybe if you were doing these things, instead of sitting around on the couch and playing video games all day and eating chips, maybe you would feel better if you went outside and took a walk and had some vegetables every now and then. Like, like you're not going to let people really sit here and complain about something that is fully in their power to address and control. You don't allow people to make excuses for stuff in front of you. And that also is, like, goes for how people speak about themselves as well. You won't let people like speak bad about themselves or speak down about themselves in front of you. You're very combative when it comes to those destructive thoughts and helping people push back at those things and see themselves in a higher light and a higher perspective. And with the pilgrim card here, what I'm really getting, it's like it's speaking about two different things. But what I'm first getting is like you are very much a pioneer. You're not afraid to try something new, try something different, try things that have never been done before, go a new path, take a new journey, and encourage the people around you to do so as well. It's very inspiring to the people around you. And then for others of you, um, this card in particular can speak a lot about wanderlust and getting really finding yourself through travel and exploring the world. So your reputation, also pile three, could be that, especially with the addict card here, could be that you tend to really lose yourself in your travels, and that you just travel you're just constantly traveling from one place to another. You don't have a solid home foundation necessarily. There's something else that's trying to come through with this pilgrim card. Let me get some clarifying. What else about this pilgrim card, please, Spirit? Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Um, so something that people might think, pile three, if that resonated with you about, constantly traveling and being on the move, something that people might think are a part of, you know, yeah, I guess, I don't know why this is any of their business, but something that people think, um, is that you could be using travel to escape from your problems. Yeah, just putting that out there. Remember that this is a tarot reading, right? It's just for fun. Um, Nothing about this is super serious. You don't need to get angry at me in the comments, okay? People's perception of you can be super whack, and it can be, completely different from who we actually are, right? So this is just a funsies for funsies tarot reading, and we shouldn't be taking everything in tarot reading super, super, super serious, right? I'm just a stranger on the internet, man, at the end of the day, okay? Just, please remember that whatever you put out into the universe, you get back sevenfold. It takes nothing, it costs nothing to be nice to somebody. And you and the world would be a better place for it at the end of the day. Um, so that's moving us into our next thing here. And again, this is gonna if the last thing was a little hard for you to hear, get ready for this. No, no, so it's not bad. But with the woman holding a coin and hostilities and these clarifying cards here, what I'm picking up is that people see you as very, very successful, and that you might take your work a little bit too seriously. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what this is saying. I can break this down any type of way, um, but it's just to say that you have a solid vision of your life, and you will do anything that it takes in order for you to achieve it. And to some people, it can come off very stiff or strict. Maybe at work, you might not be like the most social person, and it might rub some people the wrong way. But at the end of the day, I think people realize it's not anything personal necessarily. It's just that, you come to work to go to work. You don't come to work to make friends. Um, I will say that if you're interested to hear it, there are people around you in your work environment that would like to be closer to you, and they would like to be friends with you if you would want that. I can understand why you might not want that personally. People do see and understand, though, that it's just with work that, you know, that makes you like that. I don't want to say makes you like that because you're not like anything, okay? It's just you go to work and you work hard at your job. You don't fall to distractions necessary like easily. You're not going to sit there and gossip with people. You're not going to hang out by the water cooler, like they say. Um you have a job and you show up and you do it, and you do it well. But people that do know you do see you as very loving, very giving, very how do I say it? Like you show up for people. You're not the cold person that is there when you're working, right? Because you're just focused, right? Why are they so taking it so personal? But the people that do know you, they see you as very there we go, compassionate, understanding, trustworthy. You show up for people, you're there for people. You're not going to let people feel sad or upset about anything around you. Um if you can help somebody, you will. You're always there to offer an ear, offer up some good words of advice. And again, this awakening card, the Two of Swords, goes back to this added card where when you're helping other people address their insecurities or address their unhealthy patterns, you really help them to take a new look, a new perspective, a new shift on things, and see things outside of the box, outside of the things that they had set up for themselves. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people in this world that they paint a very small picture of their life and they feel like only that much is afforded to them. And you help them to see, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I know you really enjoy living in this small town in this state, but did you know there's like a city like 20 miles away from here, and in that city there's an airport, and then that airport takes you to anywhere in this world. Like, you really help people open up their view and their perspective on things. And you do it in a very kind and compassionate way. At the same time, I feel like you're very no nonsense about it. You're compassionate but stern. And you got manifest twice here. You got the magician and manifest. Um, I really feel like you are so focused on making sure that your dreams come true fruition. And with the Nine of Pentacles here, you've already been able to manifest and achieve so much. I feel like a lot of people do see you as successful already, but you might not necessarily feel that way because you have so much more that you're trying to bring in and achieve. At the same time, I'm feeling like people are very grateful towards you for all the lessons that you've been teaching them, because you do teach people about abundance, you teach people about love, you teach people about showing up for themselves, you teach people about how to make healthy decisions, you teach people how to um, take different points of view and pause before they act on different things and to reflect on their actions, and that every action has a consequence, right? You have like an abundant wealth of knowledge and gifts that you share with the universe and the people around you, and I feel like they are very, very grateful for it. Like, you manifest so much and you're capable of so much that you have so much overflow, you have so much to give. I'm just looking at everybody's arms are all like outstretched, like You are so abundant. You have so much to give, and people are so, so grateful. Deep down, people really see you as such a beautiful, giving, loving person. And they're happy for you to be abundant and blessed. They think you deserve it. That is what I have for you today, pile 3. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a like, drop a comment down below. Don't forget, if you're interested in winning a personal reading with me, to drop a diamond emoji on this video and on 2 other videos, and I will make an announcement about the winner once we hit 1,000 subs. I hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.